Hi all. I'm not sure where to post this, but I was looking for some advice on how to handle a situation. Also, it's a bit rambly. I'm a little freaked out, so I apologize. Last night, I was sitting in front of the computer, feeding my 3-month-old son. I had 2 of my husband's work shirts hanging in the doorway to dry. I was sort of gazing in that general direction when it appeared as though someone pinched the fabric of one shirt, then pulled it down hard enough to swing the shirt. And it just swung there for 30 seconds or so. This happened literally 4 feet away from my face. No doors or windows were open, and I just turned off the heat. There was not a draft. When things like this happen, I try my best to logic it away. I was sleep deprived, there must have been a bug, the house was settling. But try as I might, I cannot think of any logical rationale behind what I witnessed, and I know what I saw. I've always been a little more open to the paranormal, but I have never seen something so overt in terms of spirits anyway. It seems to be a clear call for attention in my opinion. Also, right after my son was born, I walked into the kitchen and in my peripheral I saw a white haze figure something next to the dishwasher. It was of course gone when I looked, but it was so real, I thought it had to be steam from the dishwasher. When I went to inspect it though, the machine was off. My husband was right behind me at the time. When I excitedly told him about it, he assured me that I was just sleep deprived. Now I'm not so sure. We live in the South in a part of the state that has a lot of civil rights history. This house is very old, and a lot of people have lived here. It has a very creepy feel to it, so much so that a location scout from 20th Century Fox knocked on our door last month wanting to use our house in the new R.L. Stine Goosebumps movie that they are working on. I've heard bangs and thumps over the years and have heard random things fall in the middle of the night. We have wood floors though, and not so great insulation. And like I said, the house is old. So I've chalked it up to fluctuating wood for the sake of my anxiety. Additionally, my husband has his father's ashes in the house. To that point, I had assumed that he had all of the ashes, but after talking with him last night, I found out that he has a portion. His mom and younger brother have other portions, and the rest is buried. I talked with my dad after the whole shirt thing, and he told me that he spoke with a priest a few years ago, who told him that it's important to keep all of the ashes together and to bury them. Splitting them up keeps the family and the person from moving on. It prevents anyone from letting go. Could it maybe just be his father? His mother has been at the house quite a lot recently, and I did just have his first grandson. His father died tragically a few years ago, suddenly, and before his time. It was within a week of his own mother passing, and within a year of his family losing everything as a result of the recession. They literally lost everything. There was a lot of sorrow in him at the time. Anyway, if not, I don't know if my pregnancy and if the birth of my son might have triggered something paranormal or what. He's a very happy baby and wasn't bothered at all when what happened did. If something malicious was there, he'd have a reaction, right? Or maybe not. I would be okay with it so long as I knew it wasn't malicious. Whatever it is, that was definitely a call for attention. Any thoughts or advice would be welcome. If you made it this far, you're amazing. Thank you for reading. Baddest Vegan said, we have something in our brand new built less than a year old ago townhouse. So high in construction company, what the did you build on top of? I was a little freaked out by it, but one day when it felt like something was watching me, I just said out loud, please don't, and it's left me alone ever since. It's still here, but it's chill, and now that it knows I don't want to interact with it, it leaves me alone. When we first moved in, a paper towel roll went flying off the top of our fridge like as if someone had gone up to it and smacked it really hard. And 4 out of 5 of us who live here were in the same room when it happened. So that was how we knew for sure something was here. Luckily it's chill and just more curious about us and respectful of our space when we ask it to be. I have a pagan altar set up and that hasn't bothered it at all. Get a smudge stick, but don't light the whole thing. Just pull one leaf off of it at a time and walk around with it smoldering. Sarpo321 says, it sounds like the shirt thing was your father-in-law, especially since he grabbed your husband's shirt and maybe just wanted to see the new baby. I wouldn't worry about him not passing on. A spirit can be fully passed on, but just want to make quick visit if some big life event, a new baby, happens. Also, I've never heard that about splitting up the ashes. Don't know if I would believe that. I would maybe just burn some sage one day when you're home alone and just saying something out loud like, whoever you are, if you're a friendly spirit, you're welcome here, but please don't scare or disturb us. If you're not friendly, you're not welcome here. It's your home at the end of the day. I did this in my old apartment. It used to be a convent, yikes. After I was experiencing tough stuff, I never heard or felt anything weird after that. Soon Medicine Bag says, seems pretty innocuous activity, though don't recommend engaging with it in case it's not. Problem with lands that have had a lot of death can attract bad things. Sliced bread is better. Congrats on your baby. My little boy is 7 months today. Paranormal activity increased in my home with pregnancy and his birth. I feel like being home on Matt leave you notice more, especially being up at all hours, haha. It's hard to say exactly what the spirit is unless you get a medium or psychic involved. If you start communicating with it, then you are opening a door to communicate with others. So be mindful of that, especially when the history surrounding your home, If you ever feel like it isn't a positive entity, burn sage in the house. Say a mantra while doing so, inviting light and positivity in while banishing dark and negativity. Academic Raisin says, my first guess would have been your father-in-law, especially with his first grandson coming along. Aside from that, I don't have much knowledge to offer, unfortunately. I hope someone could shed some more light on it for you.